Hey everyone, welcome to the video. We wanted to push a bit more in 4 ER, so ended up picking HCs. And RC hits were working fine, but I think HCs are a more stable meat shield. So we're giving that a shot. And another thing we're using is a hero's second ability, since we have him at level 4 and actually does quite a bit of damage. And hardly anyone has building health at this point, so can really feel the effects. Right now we're picking up the second troop damage and we'll go through a few hits, see if we can push diamond. So we got this first one here, looks like a real nasty base again, kind of like the one from yesterday, but now he has 110 building damage. But we'll go 3 HCs, 5 RCs. And throwing critters at the start just to get more distraction out. Takes some time for the heavies to pop out, even though they're level 1. Still distract a few things. And there we popped the hero's ability a few times. And it takes a while to go through, but you can see how much damage it does. There's definitely a chance for him to die, but even if you get a few uses, I think it's worth it. And the HCs stay up in front, which I think is another big reason why you want to get them at 4 ER. Since if there's more nasty bases like this, then you can actually clear them. I'm guessing a lot of these bases are pushing up because if you don't have a meat shield, then those flying critters die fast. But we'll go see the next hit. So here we got a spread out base and a lot of defense, snipers, doom cannon, shock launchers. I like to use just 1 HC in this hit, which isn't a lot, but a 1 HC goes a long way. Using the hero and 2 RCs on the left and everyone else on the right. And kind of the idea is 2 RCs deal with this ER, even lose a couple RCs pretty early. But I think the idea of this hit is still kind of safe. Like right now we already lost, gonna be 3 RCs. Flaring that boom cannon to kill it, and now the ERs. I did use a hero ability, I think once or twice at the start, just to get the left ER. But coming from this angle, we even lost a few RCs, but looks like a decent time, 320. I'll see if it's fast enough. Looks like he might be doing a similar hit, and doesn't look like he has HC since warriors are out, but you can see how much a difference it makes. And here we got a 5 ER, faced a few of them today. I was kind of thinking to use warriors at the start, but the times before was like around 310, so I think we'll try something different. Maybe the same kind of hit, 1 HC and the rest RCs. He has a building health but no boom cannon, so maybe we can almost just flare ERs. And I think this hit we made a lot of mistakes, but we'll see what time we got. So definitely flared way too early, so gotta wait for that ER to die, and then this one. And also late with this flare, but have enough GB to throw a critter. And that 1 HC is already dead, but I think I put in good value, distracted the cannons. Flared a bit too early, so it has just a little bit of health left, but we can critter it when flaring the last ER. And we'll see what time we get. RCs are working in the last one, and 314. Which I think is for sure not a bad time. And looks like he's not going to finish. So I think those people who rushed 5 ER without boom cannons, using RCs definitely is a fast hit. Sure, warriors might work too, but maybe not when they have mines or boom cannons. And that's a win, and we'll move on to the next one. Here we got a 19, and another spread out base, so I think we'll try the same strategy. I like using a critter at the start since HCs are kind of slow and the hero takes a while to pop his wingman. So again, dropping 2 RCs and the hero on the left and everyone else on the right. Throwing another critter up top just to make sure nothing bad happens. And popping his ability, which flies over the ER and almost solos it. It's a little help with the RCs. The reason I like flaring this boom cannon is just to be a bit safer. because otherwise he's right on top of RC, so might lose a ton. And flaring the last ER, if they fly across the gap, there aren't really any buildings there. So that's why I like going from this angle, since it's also safer. And he'll get a 315, so also a fast time, and looks like he picked up HCs too. A lot of these hits are really close matches. And I think that might be the case for the next day or so. Since at 4 ER, as people are saving up for 5, there's kind of a lot of the same tech. So I think a good chance to push if you get down your hits. And now we'll move on to our boss fight, which again is another spread base but a bit different. I think we'll use the same strategy. One good thing about doing the same kind of hit is you get the timing down pretty well. So the more you do the same hit, you learn the small details, like maybe throw critters a second earlier helps, or when to pop abilities. Here we flare that ER just to move everyone along. Hopefully that DC doesn't shoot, but looks like we get lucky. And flaring that boom cannon and then the ER. Timing flares is really key in these kind of hits. So throwing the flare before the other ER dies, but kind of getting a feel for the timing. And last one goes down, we get a 317. I'd say it's okay to be a bit later with the flares, but being too early is probably worse, since then you have to find a way to kill the other ER, whether by critters or flaring back. But I think that takes more time than if you're just a second later. But that's gonna be a win, and I think that's Diamond. And I think most people who also hit Diamond got there using the same type of tech. Getting most defenses and TD. Not sure how many got HCs, but at least for our push it for sure helped. I think now we'll just head towards 5. So we'll pick up shock launchers, get them tick 4, and it'll be a few days of saving, but 5 ER has a bigger deck, and also that building health after is going to help. And after 5, I think it'll be another time of even tech, since there isn't really any strong stuff there. Like Cryo, Zooks, and Medics are all troops that you probably won't use. I guess there's critter launchers and RC boost, but that's a few days away, so we'll see when the time comes. Just a reminder, if we are using his second ability, try to have the hero at level 4, since if it's less than that, he doesn't do a lot of damage. It actually doubles when you go from level 3 to 4. Even max is kinda OP, but also expensive, like 1.2 million. So I think tick 4 is a sweet spot. And that's gonna be it for today's video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.